Welcome everyone to the 4th round of the Unlimited Racing TV Championship Season 4. We're here in Monaco, the most glamorous place on the calendar. The first 3 races have been bangers, especially race 3 at South Africa. First time we raced there, we got a first time winner for the first time for a new team. Daniel Ricciardo and Red Bull. With 1 lap to go, managed to steal the lead and take the win. Is how the standings drivers wise look. Charles Leclerc still has a good lead in his bid to become the most successful Formula 1 driver by being the first ever Formula 1 driver to win more than 1 world championship. However, Russell, he's going to be there all year long. Don't count out Ricciardo, Sainz and Verstappen. Further down, we have a few close battles, most notably Magnussen versus Eilert, and even Mazepin versus Tsunoda. Team-wise, Alpine have a good lead over Alfa Romeo, trying to take their 3rd consecutive Constructors' World title, which will be amazing, honestly. Red Bull, after their win last time, took them 11 points ahead of Mercedes, McLaren in 5th, Williams in 6th. I think Ferrari, they're going to be looking more at Force India than Williams, with Hassan AlphaTauri battling at the back. Anyways, let's get into things. Favorite for pole? I think I'll go Russell this time. I know it's Leclerc's home. I have a feeling, now Russell really needs to start producing. He needs to get a win in this race or the next one. If mentally he wants to be in the perfect state. So far, though, it looks like Charles Leclerc at home will be taking pole. Max Verstappen, he's had a tricky start to the season so far. That car, he's struggled to drive the car. But this P2 is really going to boost his confidence. However, Charles Leclerc, almost half a second separating himself and second place Max Verstappen. George Russell makes it an Alpine 1-3. With last time out's race winner Daniel Ricciardo finishing 4th. Carlos Sainz 5th, with the Mercedes of Gasly and Ocon 6th and 7th. Norris 8th, Perez 9th and Albon 10th. Bottas will be starting 11th, next to Mick Schumacher with Giovinazzi and Nico Hulkenberg behind them. Haas fill out row 8 with Eilert ahead of Tsunoda, with Magnussen 17th, Stroll 18th, Mazepin 19th and Oscar Piastri, first time at Monaco, starting last. Lights out and away we go here in Monaco. It looks like it's a good start from Leclerc. An even better start from Max Verstappen, who are both on soft tyres. Russell has opted for the hards, as does Sainz and Ricciardo. But Verstappen off turn 1. Very crucial that he took the lead, and he has the lead right now. Lando Norris running P4. He wants to get George Russell, but goes slightly wide. Gasly now looks like he could get Russell. Norris now just beginning to fall a little bit, beginning to lose a few positions. Verstappen though, he has a battle on his hands. As that happens though, Pierre Gasly gets past George Russell, as does Esteban Ocon. Anyways, up front for the lead, Charles Leclerc going into the Nouvelle chicane, manages to get Max Verstappen. Verstappen though, round the outside, can he get the move done? Oh, use a bit of us, but gets the move done and takes P1 back again to start lap 3. Ocon and Gasly P3 and P4. This will be amazing for Mercedes if they can finish it like this. But this is a long race ahead. The top 5 all are on soft tyres, so expect them to be pitting very soon. Max Verstappen though, just building his lead, increasing his gap to Charles Leclerc. Will he pit now? No, he stays out. Leclerc's in though. He's going to try the undercut. This is interesting. This is going to be a pivotal part as Perez forces himself and Ricciardo into the pits. Ricciardo started on the hard tyre. This is disaster for Daniel Ricciardo. Leclerc comes out, but Perez pushing Daniel Ricciardo into the pits. Bottas though ahead of Mick Schumacher. But now Max Verstappen's in. Where is Charles Leclerc? There he is. Verstappen's in. You can see him. Albon though has been holding Charles Leclerc up for this whole entirety of the lap. Where's Max Verstappen? He's coming out. Is he going to come out ahead? Yes, he is. He comes out ahead of Charles Leclerc. That's crucial for this Grand Prix. He's managed to cover the undercut, and like that, he's back in P1 with Carlos Sainz, allowing him to go past. Sainz, Leclerc, and Russell all battling for P2, but that's massive for this Grand Prix. The undercut did not work. Wow. It's an Alfa Romeo 1-2 for now, as Sainz, Russell, Albon all pit. At the back, it looks like Norris is battling with Sergio Perez. Bottas in. Perez down the inside, gets the move done on Lando Norris. Sainz comes out P7. Ricciardo, who pitted by accident, is behind him with Russell P9, Albon finishing off the top 10 for now. Esteban Ocon though battling with Charles Leclerc for P2 and P3. Leclerc's on the hards, so maybe he's thinking a little bit more, long term. Ocon round the outside, gets him going into the first corner, into Sandoval. Max Verstappen now is beginning to arrive to the lap drivers. There is a battle though happening. 6th, 7th and 8th. With Carlos Sainz, George Russell and Sergio Perez. Ooh, it's going to be close. Perez dives into the pits. This time taking nobody with him in the process. The gap though between Leclerc and Verstappen, 5.1 seconds. Honestly, that's a very big gap. Ocon, he's in. He's already coming. There's Verstappen. Leclerc pits as well. So I think Alpine now, they're just trying to do damage limitation. I don't see them overtaking Max Verstappen like this. Verstappen just about comes up behind Pierre Gasly, although he should get the move fairly quickly, and yeah, there. Going into Loeb's hairpin. Well, even though here it's not really a hairpin. Oh. Gasly pits as well, as does George Russell and Lando Norris. Max Verstappen retakes the lead on hard, so he's going to the end of the race. Don't be surprised if you see Esteban Ocon pitting one more time. Same thing with Carlos Sainz. Charles Leclerc though is definitely going to the end of the race. I think if Leclerc can get P2, that'll be, just alright. Obviously he's not the best, but championship wise, he's beating his teammate George Russell. Carlos Sainz in. Esteban Ocon too. So now we have a true reflection of the grid. Max Verstappen though, 7 seconds ahead. This almost reminds me of Leclerc's dominant victory last time out. No, not last time out, 2 races ago in China, That was a really dominant performance. P3, George Russell. I wonder if he'll be able to challenge his teammate Charles Leclerc. He's definitely on fresher tyres. However, I think Ocon will get to him before he has the opportunity to challenge his teammate. But first, Ocon will have to clear Callum Ilott. This is very inconvenient for Esteban Ocon, but he clears him very quickly. Carlos Sainz, however, Sainz and Gasly really getting involved with the back markers. But there he is, Esteban Ocon. He can see George Russell, he can smell George Russell. Surely, he'll get George Russell very soon. He's saving his R's. He's gonna pick the right spot. Whilst this is happening though, I've just been looking at the timings. The gap between Verstappen and Leclerc is closing. It was once at 3 seconds, now it's increased back to 4. Russell though is doing a really good job of keeping Esteban Ocon behind. However, as I say that, he goes slightly wide, as does Esteban Ocon. However, he's got a much better run out of the final corner into Sainte Devote. He's going to go around the outside of Sainte Devote. He gets the move done. Uses some earth to lap Nico Hülkenberg. And that's P3. I think he may have just got P3. Max Verstappen still trying to lap Mick Schumacher. Giovinazzi is also getting in the way. The gap's really closing between Verstappen and Leclerc. However, Esteban Ocon has the opportunity to take P2. Will we get the other Alpine? Down the inside, Esteban Ocon goes. Esteban Ocon, will he take it? Yes, he does. Esteban Ocon takes P2. Maybe if there was one more lap, he'd be able to challenge for P1. However, it looks like Max Verstappen, after all of the troubles he's had, after all of the challenges he's faced at his new team, he finally, after 4 races, gets his maiden win for Alfa Romeo. Finally, he wins for Alfa Romeo. Esteban Ocon, what a drive from him. He takes P2. Leclerc beating out his teammate and nearest title competitor, George Russell, which is good enough for him. Carlos Sainz finishing off the top 5, with Pierre Gasly just missing out on top 5. Lando Norris P7. Sergio Perez P8. Daniel Ricciardo, the man who won last time out. Obviously, Sergio Perez really did not help Daniel Ricciardo's race, really, pushing him into the pits. And Valtteri Bottas making it a double Red Bull points finish. Alex Albon just missing out on points with Mick Schumacher and Antonio Giovinazzi. I don't think those two will be on Max Verstappen's Christmas list. Callum Ilott P14, Lance Stroll P15, Nico Hülkenberg P16, Yuki Tsunoda P17, Kevin Magnussen P18, Nikita Mazepin P19 and Oscar Piastri P20. Drivers wise, Leclerc just increasing his lead over his teammate. However, George Russell and Max Verstappen now on equal points. Max Verstappen was nowhere after race 1. I remember that race 1, he really struggled. But now he's beginning to understand his new car and his new team, and more races like that. And I think, it's going to be a really close championship. 19 points is the difference between Leclerc and Russell, and Leclerc and Verstappen. So anything can happen. Still a lot of races to go. Sainz in P4, Ocon P5, with Daniel Ricciardo P6, Lando Norris P7, Pierre Gasly P8, Valtteri Bottas P9, and Sergio Perez P10. Albon P11, Schumacher P12, Giovinazzi P13, Hülkenberg P14, Ilott P15, Magnussen P16, Stroll P17, Tsunoda P18, Piastri P19, and Mazepin P20. Teams-wise, it looks like this. Alpine still lead. They still have the constructors' lead over Alfa Romeo, with Mercedes 3rd place, now retaking that 3rd place of Red Bull. McLaren P5. I think it's going to be close. They're either going to be battling with Red Bull for P4. I don't think they'll battle with Williams for P5, P6. I think Williams have their work cut out. Ferrari, they're going to be in a battle with Force India all season long, and obviously Haas versus AlphaTauri. Next race, we're going to the home of motor racing, the home of British motor racing, at Silverstone. Can't wait for that, honestly. The first 4 races have brought to us Leclerc winning in race 1, Leclerc winning in race 2, Daniel Ricciardo winning in race 3, and Max Verstappen winning in race 4. Who will win in race 5? We have one of the drivers who have already won a race this year, or will we have a new driver to win? I guess we'll find out next time. Thank you for being with me, and goodbye.